I tracked the pattern of missing person posters. Now my phone won't stop ringing. I first noticed the pattern during my morning jog 3 months ago. There was a missing person poster stapled to a telephone pole on Riverside Drive, right where I always stopped to stretch. The face staring back at me belonged to a young woman named Caitlin Wu, 24 years old, last seen leaving her apartment on August 3rd. The poster had that desperate quality they all have, the pixelated photo, the bold letters begging for information, the heartbroken family's phone number at the bottom. What caught my attention wasn't the poster itself. I'd seen dozens of those over the years living in the city. What made me pause was realizing I'd seen an identical poster format 3 blocks away last week for someone completely different. Same paper stock, same font, same layout, just different faces and names. I pulled out my phone and took a picture of Caitlin's poster, then continued my run. By the time I got home, I'd photographed 4 more missing person posters along my usual route. All of them had that same distinctive format with a red border and specific typography. All of them listed disappearances within the past 6 months. All of them were stapled to poles or taped to bus shelters in a 6-block radius of my neighborhood. My roommate Destiny was making coffee when I got back, and I showed her the photos on my phone. She barely glanced at them before shrugging and saying, "The city has lots of missing people, unfortunately, and maybe someone made a template that families use." It made sense when she said it like that, a practical explanation for what I'd noticed, but I couldn't let it go. I spent my lunch break that day walking a different route through downtown, and sure enough, I found 8 more posters with that exact same format. Different faces, different names, different dates, but always that distinctive red border and identical layout. I started a spreadsheet that afternoon, logging each poster with the person's name, age, last seen date, and the exact GPS coordinates where I found it. My coworker Vincent caught me photographing a poster outside our office building the next morning. He asked what I was doing, and I explained about the pattern I'd noticed. He said his cousin worked for a nonprofit that helped families of missing persons, and they probably distributed template materials, that people use standard formats because they work and stand out. Another rational explanation that should have satisfied me. But that weekend, I spent 7 hours walking a grid pattern through the entire downtown area, photographing every missing person poster I could find. I covered maybe 40 square blocks, taking pictures of street signs to mark locations, zooming in on every detail of each poster. By Sunday evening, I had 73 photographs of missing person posters, and my feet hurt so bad I could barely walk. Back home, I spread all the photos across my living room floor and started sorting them. The posters fell into 3 distinct categories based on format. The red-bordered ones I'd initially noticed, a blue-bordered set with different typography, and miscellaneous ones that were clearly homemade by individual families. The red-bordered set had 31 posters. The blue-bordered set had 24. The rest were singles. I spent the next 2 days building a detailed database. Name, age, gender, race, last seen date, last seen location, poster format type. I mapped everything in a spreadsheet with color coding and formulas. Destiny came home from work and found me surrounded by printed maps with colored pins stuck in them, looking like some conspiracy theorist from a movie. She sat down on the floor next to me and asked if I was okay because this seemed kind of obsessive. I showed her the data and explained that all 31 red-bordered posters showed people who went missing within a specific geographic area, not just posted in that area, but actually disappeared from locations within a 2-mile radius of downtown. The blue-bordered ones showed a similar pattern in a different neighborhood across town. Destiny studied my maps for a long time before admitting that did seem weird. She asked what I planned to do with this information. I told her I didn't know yet, but something felt wrong about it. Full story on my channel and linked below.